You remember when I dropped this, they said this was AI?
Dropping on my album. I'm dropping a surprise album on the same day that fuck nigga dropping.
That's how I get my leg up on everybody. I'll tell y'all what's going on before. When Gunna was coming home, the whole thing was that Thug hates him. I'm telling you. Thug, you see that voicemail I played? How did I get it? Thug sent like 5 of them to all the Atlanta rappers because he wanted all of them on his album, and it didn't materialize like that. By the way, that supposed Thug, Baby, and Durk song never came out. That I don't know why it didn't come out, but I did know that Thug sent out, this was on the jail phone. So this, like, you know, for anybody who would ever say I'm lying, go pull Thug jail calls. You will hear him recording that for every single rapper he did it for. This is why he said, you know, he's trying out a diss the nigga on the jail phone. That's why he keeps saying buddy. Anyway, he been hating a nigga, okay? Your Fruit Jams in the chat, what up? Here's the problem. When Gunna got out, Gunna started doing this fake shit. Gunna was acting like he's cool with Thug. That was the only problem. By the way, that was a really good move. Thug told everybody with 2 years. He told every Atlanta rapper, I don't fuck with this fuck nigga. The fans were thinking, yo, he's shouting out Thug. Because, you know, Gunna dropped this really hot album and he's shouting Thug out. Thug was never going to fuck with him. Thug don't fuck with him. So what happened is they didn't do anything with the label situation then. But I was always told they're going to get Gunna off of YSL. Because just think about it optically. Nigga, how are you still dropping under YSL and you was in court talking about YSL as a gang? Whether you want to say it rightly or wrongly, they kind of blame that nigga a little bit. However, Thug is supposed to still get paid from his music. So Gunna came out acting like he was mad cool with Thug. Thug is sending voicemails and calling everybody with 2 years. I don't fuck with that fuck nigga. Fuck him. Whatever. It gets to the point because Gunna has to tell Thug's label, YSL, I want to drop. Thug tries to drop on the same day. That's another thing. I think that's why Gunna started falling back a bit. He realized he's not going to get forgiven. And also, his boss is now using his release dates to try to sabotage him, just to see if the streets was going to allow a rat to outsell a real nigga. Your Fruit Jams in the chat, what up? When Gunna got out, you got to remember, Thug is running this label from behind jail. Thug wanted this nigga off the fucking label. There's a lot of paperwork there. And also, you got to realize they're not going to release somebody from their contract because they snitched. They're going to say, we're going to make money off a snitch. We don't do that. I'll give you a little bit more tea. All that told by Boston Richie told, Future wouldn't do a record with him, but Future wouldn't drop him. You see how this shit is business at the end of the day. And I had these conversations with people that worked with the new regime over at 300/Atlantic. And they said, yo, what's probably going to happen is that his contract is going to get moved. So he won't be YSL. But no, in the history of time, we don't care what you do, they're not letting you go. They'll optically take you off the label, but they're never going to say, we don't want percentage points on money you make. So it was said that Gunna's contracts, or not his contract, but his music was supposed to be dealt with by another label, while Thug and YSL still would get the profits. And eventually that YSL label would have gotten removed from Gunna's music. But Thug is still making money. Your Fruit Jams in the chat, what up? I do have a theory about the mask too, though. Jail really takes a toll on all of these guys. It takes a toll on everybody. And to be incarcerated for 3 years and just thrusted in front of a camera, like a lot of times you're not the healthiest or whatever. Like, I mean, look, very extreme example, but Vybz Kartel for 13 years. He came out, nigga looked like he had a frog head. Found out he had Graves' disease. I think Thug is still acclimating to societies. I don't know if he had health problems or whatever, but we did see him gain some weight while he was locked up. Even his face started looking a little bit different while being in court, and really was just, it's a very different lifestyle. So I think once he gets back to the regular shit, I don't think he's going to be wearing a mask this whole time. I think this is probably just to be a little bit edgy, try to keep a little bit mystery because he hasn't really said much since his incarceration. And probably the fact that he was locked up and who knows, nigga might have a skin condition or some shit like that. Like, what I've learned in this industry is like sometimes we overthink it. Sometimes if a nigga's wearing a mask, nigga might just have like something going on, bro. Like, it's that simple. It's not like, oh my God, this guy's like, no, never usually that. Your Fruit Jams in the chat, what up? Yo!
What's up, bro?
Merk, what's cracking with you, my brother?
Taylor, what you got going?
Man, I've been chilling, man. We missed the fuck out of you out here, bro. How you been?
I've been good, man. Mentally, spiritually. I've been on top of my shit. I'll be back out there, you hear me?
Man, we can't wait, bro. We've been praying for you.
Oh, thank you. I need all the prayers. I appreciate you. I was telling him, I'm like, I thought he told you I didn't want to talk to you. I'm like, no, I ain't said that. I just haven't been calling nobody like that.
Yeah, nah, man. We miss your presence. I know we locked in, and I seen what type of spiritual journey you was on. So, like, I'm hoping you keep that up, man.
Yeah, ain't nothing changed, bro. I just been focused on life, my family and stuff like that. I'm trying to learn how to speak Arabic again.
Wait, how you learn that? Like, how do you get to learn that? They got classes?
You said, I can't hear you.
Do they got classes for that? Or you just...
No, it's a couple guys in here that know how to speak Arabic fluently. So I'm just learning the different words and tighten up my Arabic, just getting my knowledge together for real. I ain't really on too much of nothing, bro. I don't even be thinking about the outside. What you been working on? What you got going?
Man, just hip hop is hip hop. Just did like some Kanye interview not too long ago, but man, this shit boring out here without you, bro.
Yeah, I'm really, I got a lot of stuff going on, bro. I ain't really too much focused on too much stuff that is like negative no more. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you on that. We was bumping your album over here. How is even releasing that from where you at right now? Cause your fans love you.
Honestly, bro, I ain't heard it.
Really?
Nah, they was telling me about the few songs, and they'd tell me to call back. I wouldn't call them back like that. But they was keeping me updated. But I ain't heard nothing. This is like a box of hell. We don't get no news, no talk, no nothing. If you don't call or somebody send it to you on the computer, it's a wrap. But I ain't really been too much focused on that type of shit anyway.
Yeah, what's a regular day like? Because I know you getting in touch with your spirituality, your religion, and everything. But like, everybody's wondering, like, man, I wonder what he's going through on a daily.
So I talk to my family, to my wife, 24/7. We be in just prayer, learning Arabic. I've been in these books heavy, just read up on the history and just everything. I don't really be walking around talking and playing and doing none of that. We'll play basketball, but I always try to stay focused and busy. That's why I don't really talk to the outside like outside of the family, because I don't want to hear all the extra shit, the bullshit, the drama, the shit. I really just stay in the learning mode.
Hey, I know you cooking them niggas and balling there, man. I know you was nice. You was nice out here. Don't tell me you lost the skills on you now. I know you cooking.
I'm like 50 and 4.
What y'all running? 1v1s, 2v2s? Like 5v5s?
2v2s. No, 2v2s. I'm done. You hear me? My ankle gave out.
Oh, nah.
Nah, they ain't give out. I'm done though. 50 and 2. That's cool. You hear me? Like 50 and 4, I mean.
Nah, yo, Smirk, they probably just letting you win, bro. Like, ain't no way you cooking like that. Chill.
Nah, it's good energy in here. Ain't too much nothing going on. If you ain't playing basketball,
we got a minute left. So if there's anything you want to say, you have a lot of young fans that look up to you. Is there something you want to tell them?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I said, Allah Akbar.
Yo, Smirk. Yo, listen, we love you, brother. You just stay strong. We rooting for you. We hoping you get through this, man. And we can't wait I can't wait till you get out. We gonna lock back in. You feel me?
Yeah, you know that. I got you, buddy.
Always.